Good morning, everyone. We are back for another vlog. I'm excited about this one because things are happening. I feel like the last couple of weeks we've been hit from all sides and it's all stations go. There is a bunch of fencing being done outside. It's been like 2 weeks of work so far and it looks absolutely incredible. We're just in the process now of finalizing our outdoor arena, which is really exciting. We have a bunch of other work and a lot of other progress going on with the conversion of the barn. Of course, as all these things are happening, life doesn't stop, which means everything keeps progressing with the horses. And today is going to be a big step for my new horse, Valero. As you guys know, he's very young. He's a 3-year-old. And I really believe in taking a long time with young horses to get them used to everything, letting their bodies grow before making the next steps and backing them. So I'm taking the majority of this year to get him used to everything, getting him used to girth pressure, getting him used to responding to pressure forwards and backwards on a light aid, just getting him used to me, getting him used to outside stimulus, making him sure he's seen a lot of stuff, socialized with other horses. Now, he is a stallion. And what I will say is, remember how Yesa had that one time where he was just being lunged and then he took off? Well, I've had my first time now as well, because he's been very good. But because spring has sprung, and a lot of the horses at the stables we are at are actually mares. And specifically, there's a stable for breeding mares, and they're all giving birth now. So there's foals at foot and everything, and the stallions really react to that. And I'm just starting to getting to know Valero and how he is. But he has definitely figured things out. So he was feeling very fresh one day when I was walking him, and he decided to just rear, put his head down when he landed, and bolt bronking. Now, I was holding on for dear life. I actually had a lunge line, so I was at the end of the lunge line and I had my hand just in the little, there's always like a loop at the end. I had my hand in there. I was not getting rope burned or anything. I was just trying to hold on for dear life. Then we have a very large pond at the stables that I have him at. And I nearly fell in the pond, so I had to let go. And then he was loose. Anyway, that was an isolated incident, but he is a little bit more fresh and awake. And this is the time where I really evaluate with my horses what I'm going to do. Am I going to geld? Am I going to be able to manage them properly as a stallion? I have had experience with stallions for quite a few years now, especially because of the sales stable. I've had a lot of experience also gelding horses because of the sales stable. So we're just going to see a little bit how it goes. I am really going down the pathway of breeding. I am a registered breeder. I have a licensed stallion. But for me, it's really important that they are manageable, that they are safe, that they can live a happy life, go out in the field, not have to worry if I'm riding with other horses. And even though my other stallion, Emporio, who has bred, is a little bit vocal sometimes, that's as far as it goes. He listens very well. I don't have any issues when I'm riding with other horses. I can tack him up next to any horse. I put him in the truck with other horses. So he is manageable. And even then, actually, I've had several conversations with myself about what I'm going to do if I want to geld him. But right now with Valero, we are ready to make the next step. And that's where this little package comes in, which I'm very excited to show you guys. I was not so long ago at SPOGA, which is a really big, let me open while I chat, where all the big brands go to launch new products, to show new ranges. And I was there visiting 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘, and they said to me, Matt, we know you have this young horse. We think this bridle could be really interesting for you, because I'm now just starting to make the next step towards introducing a bit. So while I was there, I'm going to show you, there's a couple of different goodies in here. But I saw this bridle and I was like, this is so clever. This is exactly what I needed. So as I said, there's a few different things in here. So I said, well, guys, if you already sent me the bridle, just chuck some other stuff in there. I mean, you've got to fill the box. So let's have a look at what we have. We've got a kind of like velvet saddle cloth. This is all from 𝒋𝒏𝒄𝒄, guys. So if anything is interesting, just head over to their website. Look at this velvet saddle cloth. That's gonna look really nice, actually. Now, I've got a mixture of things. Let's see. I've got some reins. I had asked for a couple more reins. The reins are very good. Prefaced by saying all of my horses are bridled in 𝒋𝒏𝒄𝒄 bridles. I have spent so much money in the past for really expensive bridles, and there is absolutely no need for it. 𝒋𝒏𝒄𝒄 has a very good price point. They've got incredible designs, and actually, the proof is in the pudding. So when I do a collaboration, I always ask a brand, I say, okay, send me the products first. I'm going to test it for a couple of months, because then I know, like, I work with a team a little bit already. I see if they're easygoing and if they're fun to work with. I can test the products and actually see if I can put my name behind it. And on the second day that I was testing the bridle, I had a lesson with my trainer, and I was riding Emporio, and he's like, what's going on? He's so supple over the pole. And I said, I'm testing this new I didn't tell him anything. And I said, I'm testing this new 𝒋𝒏𝒄𝒄 double bridle, and he's really loving the headpiece and how the weight is being distributed behind the pole. And that's what I mean. The proof was in the pudding for me. And I contacted the team and I said, listen, guys, tried the bridle now for 3 months. My horses all love it. And I tried different models. And that's kind of how we got there. They also have now introduced this new click system for the brow bands, so you can easily interchange them, but they have so many nice ones. So I asked if they could send a couple of more. This one is like clear stones, clear crystal stones, darker stones, and pearls. I don't know if you can see that, but so that's very nice. You can never have too many bell boots, so I did ask them just to send me some sheepskin bell boots. I'd asked for some heavier winter breeches for guys. I mean, honestly, for girls, you're spoiled for choice wherever you go. 𝒋𝒏𝒄𝒄 has some really nice... Wait. Speaking of nice, hold on. I'm going to show you one thing. I have gotten so many compliments. Hold on. I have received so many compliments. Whenever I wear this body warmer from 𝒋𝒏𝒄𝒄, it's really light, so it's actually perfect for us for spring. I get so many compliments. So these are just some of their breeches. They're definitely thicker. I don't typically love a full seat. They do like half seat or a full seat, but typically I do a half. For people wondering my size, I am on the skinnier side, obviously. There's nothing to my legs. I'm a 46. But I generally prefer breeches slightly more fitted. Like not like, I used to wear breeches that were like a second skin. I don't do that anymore. I don't want to look like I'm in ballet. But yeah, so it's a 46. And then, I have these boots already in brown, and I love them. And technically they're jumping boots, but I use them on my dressage horses, so I asked to have another pair. They're just really like good throw-on boots. They wash really well. My other ones I have used and abused, and every time I wash them, they come out like new. This actually wasn't meant to be a haul, but it's kind of turned out to be. So this is halter. Never can have too many halters. Ooh, a jacket. Hold on. I didn't know I was getting this. Or is it a... Yeah, it's kind of like a soft shell. It's kind of like a soft shell navy jacket. That's really nice. More breeches, just in another color. The exact same one that I showed you. Here we are. Here we are. What we have been waiting for. This is what we're doing today. We are going to be putting the very first bridle and the very first bit on my horse. We're going to go shopping together for the bit. I have to pass by my local tack store. But this is the bridle. Okay, let me unpack it, and I'm going to talk you through why I picked this and it was recommended to me. Now, the reason why I chose this and it was recommended is that this is leather that can take a little bit more tough love. Young horses will rub their heads on things. They might even rub it on their legs. You never know what's going to happen. And I'm not going to smack a beautiful finished bridle on them. It's just, this is really a training tool right now. And I don't want to have to worry about it getting ruined. So it's a little bit, it can endure a little bit more. It's also not too bulky and too thick. I just want to keep things feeling like light on him as well. Then for where the bit goes, for like really convenient bit change, there is a clip. because we're going to be going through some different trials of bits and what works and what doesn't, and that's going to make everything a lot easier. And you have the possibility, I think I will probably introduce the bridle without the flash to begin with. So you have the possibility of taking it off, which I liked because I don't really want to overwhelm him with like a closed noseband, a closed flash, a bit in his mouth. So you can just take this off and then this just pulls out like this. And now you have a very simple bridle. Also, all of these things are also detachable with clips. It just makes the adjustability factor so much easier. And I think it's also going to become a little bit easier slipping things on and off. So this is our bridle. It looks like, what size did I get? I got a full. Hopefully, he's kind of, I think he is a full, to be honest, because I had an extra full for him of something. I don't remember what it was, but it was way too big. So we're going to be now heading to find him a bit. We're going to go have a little shop together at my local tack store. And I hope they have what I'm looking for. So I'm going to pack everything up because it's a disaster in here. Also, I wanted to talk about this really quickly. I know. We did it. We joined the whole Stanley club. But one thing I will say is I put this like vitamin. Let me show you. Hold on. Matt, we want to see it. This is not sponsored. But I just put this like multivitamin in my Stanley. I try and do it like every morning with some water. And I actually feel so much more energized. Is that like a very old person thing to say? Like, oh, the vitamins work, but they actually work. So that's what I will be bringing this with me. I know it's hideous, but it does do the job. We go in. I really don't love vlogging. Vlogging in public I don't mind, but vlogging in like horse spaces, it's just like that's too much. But I did measure his mouth, and he's actually got the same size mouth for now, at least, as Emporio. I believe it's a 12.5. And what I'm looking for bit-wise is I want something very friendly, so I don't want anything thin. So we're going to be looking for something a little bit thicker over the bars. Maybe something rubber and flavored just to keep it quite like pleasant and fun for him, so it's a bit of a game as well. I'm looking for a bit that has bars on either side rather than an egg butt or a loose ring. And that's because it really helps them when they're learning to turn. Because rather than just pulling the bit through the mouth, you are starting to move the cheek. So that's what I'm forgetting. I don't know why I'm forgetting the technical name for that. But anyway, that's what we are going to be looking for. I don't know if they will have what I want, but we're just going to go have a look. I'm sure they'll have something. Also, I should have probably cleaned this a little bit prior, but that's fine. So we're going to go in there. I'm going to try and be discreet with the filming. All right, let's go. Okay, I'm immediately overwhelmed. These are the bars I was talking about, like this. So that's kind of what I'm after. I was hoping for it not to be metal. And I think these are like a little bit what I was envisioning, but I need it in a straight. Let's see. Maybe they won't have exactly what I'm after. I mean, it won't be like a bad thing to start with. Like a sweet iron will be also not a bad idea. I just need to see size-wise. I've never really, to be honest, started with something like this, but maybe this wouldn't be bad either. Maybe I can just do a quick Google on this as well. Let's see. It's always overwhelming when you see all these bits. What is this? I've never seen that. All right, let me have a think. Let me have a little look. Not the Pelhams. That's not where we're going. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for this trust one. I am gonna ask one of the girls here anyway at the store just to see if they would have a better recommendation. Never hurts to ask. But I think this is what I'm thinking. And also the stables that we're at, they have loads of bits, so I can also look there. But I just want to bring something home, you know, even if it's just to practice for now, like to have something in the mouth. I think this is just a bit friendlier to start with. And I don't love like a single joint because it can like hit the top of the mouth. So I usually have 2 joints on a bit, but to start a horse with like already two joints and metal, that just seems like a lot. Maybe I'm overthinking it. There'll be 1,000 people in the comments telling me exactly what I should be doing, but everyone does it a bit differently. Like, of course I could be going for something like this. But I don't know why in my head this just seems a little friendlier. I know the distribution of the pressure is more over the bars, not just over the bars, but over the tongue as well. I'm gonna ask, but I think this will be what I'm after for now. Can you believe it? I went obviously throughout the whole store, and all I got was the bit and this skin bump because 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐 has a little cut over his eye. So I wanted something that, sometimes with these white ointments, the white stays for like days. So I'm gonna bring that. Then obviously our trusted bridle. I was actually thinking I might just take the noseband off to begin with, or leave it on. I don't know. We will see. But it's not really necessary, to be honest, right now. So I've got that, and then I'm going to be leaving a halter on underneath him. So I think I will just leave this halter on under, because I don't want to actually, I just want him to get used to like having the bit and the bridle in. I don't want to be pulling on it or using it yet. I just want him to like become comfortable. I need to check if the horses are still out in the field or if they are, or if they're already in. Here we are. Guys, I have not cleaned these horses. This is just everyday life. They've been in the field. They're gonna be dusty. And hi, Valero, big day for you today. Here's 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐 with his little spot above his eye. Hi, buddy. We're gonna be putting something on that today. Hey, yes. Here's Emporio. Hi. Gosh, you're all filthy. Absolutely filthy. It's been so dry and dusty here that the horses just go out, roll once, and they are black. And here's little Match. Hey, Match. You're just chilling up there. He's on top of his pedestal. Enjoying the view, I guess. Okay, Yes is behind the camera. It's a little bit later because Yes and I actually went on a really nice trail ride. What are you doing? I want you to speak. I said, speak, man. I want you to speak. Why?
I lost the key. Okay.
On a really nice trail ride. I went with 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐 over there, and he was a little feisty on the trail, but we went for the first time on the forest just behind our house, but we actually filmed a video for Yes's channel, filming our first trail there.
True.
But now I'm back. The stable's a little quieter because when I came, there was a photo shoot happening here. Horses are leaving to go to competition in Italy, so there's a lot going on. But now it's quiet at the stables. So this is the new halter. I'm gonna pop this on, and we're just gonna bring him to the tack-up area. Hi. Straight away stopping to eat because he's like, this is not my halter. This is not my typical halter.
How did you get this?
Because I wanted something thinner to go
Or did you buy
underneath.
it today?
No, it's from 𝒋𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒃. I wanted something thinner to go underneath the bridle.
It's a nice
because
one.
I'm gonna keep the... Hey, excuse me.
Why don't you put it on like
But
this?
this is not gonna fit. Yeah, otherwise he bites it. But this is not gonna fit around the nose.
Is it on the noses?
Oh, it does fit. Oh, it's really nice. We've got a halter on. We're just gonna go to the tack-up area here. Oh, wait. It really pops this color. I'm not used to seeing these kind of colors pop. He's very dusty. He's very... Yeah, but he's gonna be too far from me. I know you want to sit down, yes, but they won't be able to hear a thing. He's very dusty at the moment because he's been in the field. But that's fine. Dusty horse equals happy horse. Good boy. Now, let's see here. He looks really nice and quiet right now, but I will say that lately he has been extremely cheeky. So we're gonna see how it goes. I think I just very quickly brush out his mane, just so he doesn't feel like we're going straight into something new, and he can relax a tiny bit. And then we're gonna fit the bridle and pop it on. I'm quite curious, how do you think he's gonna go with the...
So what is your plan exactly?
Well, I called you in the store, and I said to you, I said, I don't know which bits to get. I said, what do you usually use? And you said, I have a fitless bridle. No, you didn't actually. You said, you actually told me you just use a normal bit, usually.
Well, just a soft one.
But okay, that's not that, like, that's quite generic, because what makes a bit soft? Is it the
like it's
thickness?
either with the double, it doesn't matter, whatever.
No, say it.
No, I don't know.
Anyway, the bit has been purchased. The bridle is here. So we're going to see how it all comes together today. And I was thinking, I said to you also, I was thinking maybe I should take the noseband off. Come.
Like, can you also take this thing out of my brushing bag, please?
Or you want to pull the LGBTs? Cancel. Let's go. Also, you guys might realize the mane is growing. Before this bit was really small. I've now started to cut this part so it starts to balance out a little bit more. Of course, like horses being a horse and being dirty is all well and good, but my OCD really struggles with that. That's something that I find very difficult. I want to show you guys what I've been doing to kind of like getting used to having something in the mouth, just so I can play with the actions of like putting a bridle on, but keeping it kind of like simple and friendly. That way it's not such a shock to the system.
We have more actors.
Oh, good! So I've just kind of been playing with the rope underneath his mouth and then pulling it up and then just kind of letting him sit with it. And it's soft and not too hard, and then he can just get used to having this in his mouth. I think it's more like the motion of it as well, that it's not like such a shock. That if something gets put under his mouth and then goes up into it, it's not a problem.
You're really pulling it up. Oh no.
Good boy. Yeah. So, bit in question. This is the one I had called you about. First impressions, feel it, feel it, feel it. It's plastic, feel it, it squeaks.
Okay.
Feel it. It does have bend. I think it will be fine. And this is the bridle. But look how nice it is. This is the, oh, hold on. It just has clips. So for the young horses, it's so much easier when you have to like change bits.
It looks nice.
So I just asked, and because I wanted to make sure I was putting them on right, and these ones need to face out so they don't poke into the cheek. Do you think I should leave this on or take it off?
I don't mind. What is your plan? Just having it in and then out again? Or are you going to do something?
No, I'm just going to let him sit with it for a little bit.
Maybe just leave the noseband loose.
And that, do you do that too? Do you just like, you just hold it next to the, you check like the pole and then you hold it next to the mouth?
Looks
like
a bit
this
small.
Is, yeah, too small.
He was a bit...
What?
He reacted already a bit.
He did. But that's fine.
But have you also put the bridle on without a bit?
But that's just like a halter. Hey! Let me check how this looks now. Here goes nothing.
Maybe you need to put a rope on the halter.
Yeah, I will. Just a rope on here, just in case we need it.
Oh, good boy.
Excuse me, can I have your attention? This is a big step. That's a step.
Yeah, big step.
Okay, this is a big step, Valero, so let's handle it respectfully and quietly. Here. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Here.
Wait, it's a bit... The thing is in his mouth, the side thing. Yeah.
Good boy. So clever.
That's not bad. Do you not want to just leave it like this first?
Well, actually, I don't know if I can actually put it on, because it feels quite tight. Good boy. Good boy.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, it's happening. So clever!
How does that feel?
Gosh, you're such a big boy with your bridle. That's crazy. Does that look tight? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see with our. We'll do the noseband up. The noseband is so high. You are such a clever boy. Oh my gosh, you are such a good boy. All of our practice has really paid off. Did you see?
He looks quite relaxed.
Did you see how easy that just slipped in?
You're making it higher? Oh.
No. I think it's too high. I don't know what size I got. Maybe he needs an extra fold. I need to double check, but this is a.
I'm surprised how calm he is, you.
Yes, he's being the best boy. Now we can do this up underneath the halter.
You're doing it over, but
We are definitely going to need to.
cute.
Okay, wait. So smart. Okay, this was great. This is a really good first step.
I'm very impressed.
Yes, he just took it like a champ.
But even now he's very chill.
Yeah. And how does it look in there with the tongue? It looks pretty good. This is gonna be the first step to being able to work this neck. Wow, you're such a clever guy. It definitely needs to be lower.
Not sure how I feel about this bit. It's pointing at me.
Yeah, but he's turning it, I think. This is gonna be my new lunging thing. I'm gonna pop it on every day and just lunge him from the halter underneath. But for tonight, this is a great first step. Just getting it in the mouth. I'll punch some holes so I've got some more options with the bit. I think I have to tighten up the halter underneath a little bit as well. You're such a clever boy. Let me take a photo.
You can also put the halter over.
I can do that too. Such a clever boy. Okay, we're gonna take it off now. We've had a good experience, so we can take it off. Actually, this bit, hopefully he does quietly. Go out. Yes.
Just careful it doesn't hit his teeth.
Like you've done it before 1,000,000 times. Such a good boy. Such a clever good boy. Yeah. Oh, that was really clever, really smart. Oh, let's not go loose though. Okay, well, for today, that's everything. I'm gonna come back tomorrow morning and we're gonna lunge him for the first time with the bit in. But for tonight, this was a great first step. I'm gonna try and get the bridle like fitted a little bit better tomorrow, just to make sure that the bit's hanging a little bit lower. He is officially joining the Hall of Fame. Amongst all my other 𝒋𝒐𝒏𝒆𝒚 bridle, here is Bolero. This is Etro, Bolero, Emporio, Etro, and Emporio. There they are, all the boys, bridled, ready to go. I'm excited to come back tomorrow now.